So what just happened?
I just got an email here, okay, that it says, congrats, you won the Ultimate Live Lounge cover over more than 500 Live Lounge sessions. Over 10 years they've been doing it, I guess, in the UK on Radio 1. They asked us to do this thing that they asked bands to do, to cover a pop song that's on the charts at the time. And this was like 2 years ago or something, year and a half, 2 years ago. So, you know, they were all these pop songs they wanted to do. We said, we'll do Kanye West, Stronger. So we covered that song. And it ended up, we thought it was a good idea, but it ended up being a nightmare because, of course, I'm not a rapper. So I had to basically work all this melody into the song and kind of write a song underneath the song, and which was fun but time consuming. And we all worked really hard on it. It was live, on the air in front of millions in London, and we did it, recorded at BBC Studios, and we got lucky, and it ended up being really, it worked, you know. We didn't embarrass ourselves too badly. So I guess they had they stopped doing it, and now they had I don't know, they picked one to be the ultimate cover, and our version of Stronger won. So that's and the news I just got. So thanks to Kanye, thanks to Radio 1 in London, and thanks to everyone who voted.
I don't know if anybody's done it quite to the extent that 30 Seconds to Mars has done it with this particular record, using, you know, all these resources and all these online and offline forms and executions.
Well, I probably for good reason. It's a lot of work. It could be a big distraction if you're not prepared. It's incredibly difficult. It's not so costly, actually. It's just it takes a lot of time. And fortunately, we put aside a lot of time to make this record. It meant a lot to us.
What did you learn about your fans through this process?
I think we relearned the active participation and the passion that people have for 30 Seconds to Mars. We definitely learned that, once again, that it's possible to follow your dreams, even if it's a simple dream like inviting the world to sing on the record. It's possible to pull it off, and that's what's great about living your dreams. The more you do it, the more you want to try. We failed a lot making this. I failed a lot as a songwriter. I mean, I wrote 120 songs. 12 made it on the record. But I really think failure has been an incredible teacher and almost a great partner this time around. But we were prepared for the summit to fail in a big way, and we were surprised that it succeeded. Almost all of it.
How many people would you have to a summit meeting?
Well, the first one in L.A. was 1,000 people, and then there were tens of thousands of people. When you hear Kings and Queens, it's tens of thousands of people from all over the world singing on that song. And what's interesting is when you isolate each different country, you can hear their accents. But when you put everyone together, it kind of washes out. It's kind of an interesting experiment.
So right there, that's a huge artistic and social and political statement.
Yeah, it really is. It's the same thing when you take the faces of Mars and all put them all over the top of each other. There's an interesting thing there that happens, is it washes out into one face that's nondescript. It doesn't have an identity, doesn't have a nationality, doesn't have a color. So that's because I did that as an experiment.
Let's talk about the record a little bit. You say 120 songs, 12 make the record.
Yeah.
And you did it in self-financed in a little studio in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah. The whole record was recorded in the house in the Hollywood Hills. There were songs that were written all over the world, but like Hurricane was written in Berlin. It was one of the earlier songs. I wrote that in the winter of 2007.
That's the one that was supposed to have Kanye, right?
Yeah, and it does. There's a version out there with Kanye, and we just didn't get all the legal work done in time. Some of the technical stuff that you have to do when one artist sings on another artist's record, you have to get,
all kinds of permissions and sign-offs.
Yeah. So it just didn't happen in time for the record. I hope it does happen soon, so we could put it on future pressings of the album, because his contribution is really good. It's strong.